Alright, so we're finally back. I'm Alex, though, and I'm going to be reacting to, I believe it's pronounced EDAI 600, shot and killed in Chicago. If that's how you pronounce his name, but R.I.P to him, and technically all the people in Chicago. A lot of these rappers, they just get killed a lot in Chicago. Hip hop, the videos by Hip Hop Daily. To me, like, this isn't going to be the last person in Chicago that's going to get murdered, especially if you're being in a rap and then you're making songs and stuff like that, because you hear a lot of them like they end up getting murdered. But then also sometimes it could be even your own gang member. Sometimes it could be also a female in these, could be involved too as well at the same time. So it definitely kind of sucks, but it's kind of saddening at the same time, because all these rappers you always hear, they always end up being dead, and happens every single year as well. And especially in Chicago, they don't live far from each other, like far off gang members and stuff like that. Gang violence seems to always to happen. You always hear about it almost every single year. Someone always gets shot and killed, or something happens to them. So kind of sucks. Or prisons also is another thing too as well. Some of these guys are in prison. So let's get started on the video though.
One of the founders of Chicago Drill was recently shot and killed in the South Shore neighborhood. Although not as big as artists like Chief Keef and Lil Durk, EDAI was a well-known figure in the streets and helped create the Chicago drill music that we know today. Let's take a closer look at what happened. EDAI 600 was a rapper from Chicago who was associated with Team 600, a set of the Black Disciples, which included popular drill rappers like S. Dot, L.A. Capone, Tay 600, 600 Breezy.
We know Capone, R.I.P to him. I know he got killed a while ago, but some of them are not here with us, and then also some of them are actually in prison as well. Like Rondo number 9, I know he's in prison for getting the revenge on Capone, I believe. So he did get the revenge, and that's why he's in prison. But let's get back to the video.
And Rondo number 9. Members of Team 600 grew up in the area of 60th and King Drive. They were allied with other BD sets like O-Block and Lamron, which many of the famous drill rappers rep. In the early days, the main rappers from 600 were L.A. Capone and Rondo number 9, but EDAI and his younger brother C-Day held it down for the squad as well. Team 600 was known to be for groups like 051 Money Gang and the STL EBT set of the GDs, also known as Tukaville, which included popular drill rappers like FBG Duck and Billionaire Black.
Yeah, R.I.P. to Duck. I remember we were watching the video about him as well. Man, it's just sad, really, because some of these rappers are really, really good, but the problem is, like, they talk about some of the dead ops too as well at the same time, because that's gonna get you killed big time. Or even doing a diss track, sometimes they will go after you as well. So no chance in hell you're gonna be living in this life at this point ever. Either that, or either you're dead, or you're gonna be in a prison cell. That's one or another for these guys here. So some of them could have an amazing future, but of course they just have to stay in the gang life and stuff like that. Just can't get away from it. But let's get back to the video.
Well, these two rappers collaborated on a now famous diss track aimed at EDAI called EDAI Is You Serious? EDAI would eventually follow up with the track War in 2014, which started with the bars, "I'm like FBG, them little niggas so funny to me. Put C-Day or Rondo up on you, who you want it to be. That EDAI Is You Serious diss, that shit ain't nothing to me. You on that bus stop like Tuka, we put you under the street." The last bar was a reference to Shondell Gregory, aka Tuka, a member of the STL EBT set of the GDs, who was shot and killed while waiting at a bus stop in 2011. Tuka has become one of the most disrespected people in the history of hip-hop, mainly by BD rappers. This and dead ops has become a common theme in drill music, and EDAI's reference to Tuka on War.
Yep, that's the thing. Talking about their dead ops all the time and making fun of them too at the same, like making fun of them and stuff like that, man. Of course, it's not gonna go well if you're gonna be doing that. Like, you're gonna just end up being dead like the other guys and stuff like that too as well. Like, man, gotta stop one of these days, right?
Was one of the earliest examples of this. On that track, EDAI also made a reference to the death of Lil Jojo, the member of the Brick Squad set of the GDs. In March 2012, Lil Durk released a track called L's Anthem, which featured a diss toward Brick Squad. Lil Jojo followed up with the track BDK, where he didn't just throw shots at individual rappers, he took aim at their entire gang. Many people consider Lil Jojo a legend in Chicago, and this track increased his clout in the city and online, but it also made him a primary target to the BDs. In September 2012, Jojo released a video that showed him passing by Lil Reese in a car and yelling insults at him. He released the video online, and he and Reese started going back and forth on Twitter.
What's wrong with you? Hey, I am Brick Squad! Yeah, Brick Squad, bro! You talking about, bro?
Alright, so we're back. So I kind of stopped the video, so we get past the ad. So let's play the play button again.
During this exchange, Jojo would drop his location, tweeting, "I'm on 69th, I'm out here." Just a few hours later, he would be shot and killed. Jojo was riding his bike near 69th Street and Princeton Avenue when a gunman in a passing car started firing at him. After Lil Jojo was killed, Chief Keef would tweet, "It's sad cause that nigga Jojo wanted to be just like us. Hashtag laugh my ass off." Although he later claimed that his Twitter was hacked. Lil Reese and Chief Keef were
Yeah, that's what I hear a lot nowadays. Like, no one takes responsibility. Always someone, like, oh, someone hacked my account. Even if I was the one who says something racist, that's like, oh, wasn't me, it was someone else. Someone hacked into my account. Or you're saying you murdered someone, robbing a bank, stabbing someone, and trying to blame it someone else. Like, robbing a bank, you know for sure it was you, but then again, you want to try to blame someone else. Or someone hacked your account for tweeting these really dumb things or saying some dumb things. Some people say racist things and they try to blame it on a hacker or something like that. So I personally don't like that, because some people nowadays don't seem to take responsibility and always try to blame it on someone else. Is always someone else's fault. Is never their fault. But let's get back to the video here.
Both initially suspects in his murder, and his mother firmly believes that they had something to do with it. They were both questioned by police, but no arrests were ever made. Lil Jojo was a beloved member of Brick Squad, and his death made the—
And that personally happens a lot. People don't get arrested too much. Like, there are always cases that always go murder. Like, it goes cold for a while, and then maybe eventually they'll capture the person. But sometimes it goes cold. Sometimes the detectives and all that stuff are just too lazy or really, really bad at their job, and they take forever to try to figure out who the murderers are. It does take a while. Sometimes it could take 30 years to find out the murderer. Sometimes it could take 50, 60 decades and stuff like that. So that's the sad part. That's why I wish they do a better job sometimes. That's why I hate about kids go missing. You have to wait for like 24 hours. Why? Why do you have to wait for 24 hours to see if someone's missing? Like, Jesus Christ. I know sometimes, yeah, you'll find them in 24 hours. Maybe they just wandering around somewhere, and then maybe they get fined. But sometimes it doesn't, because 24 hours, that leaves the suspect like a lot of time to leave or get rid of their evidence or leave the town or leave somewhere or go to another country. But let's get back to the video here.
war between the BDs and the GDs go even harder. On his track War, EDAI 600 raps, "I get that call, they on Brick Squad, I'm like murder them boys. Kick in Miss Coleman's door and knock Lil Jojo Earn on the floor." This was one of the most disrespectful bars in the history of drill and added fuel to the fire in the war between 600 and Brick.
I think they have a lot of disrespectful bars. And some of them, those bars get you killed pretty much because the things you say. But I'm like, oh, why can't you just leave the dead ops or the dead people alone, please? Like, just leave them alone. Let them rest in peace. But it's kind of sad though. But let's get back to the video.
Squad. About a year after Lil Jojo was killed, one of 600's most prominent members, L.A. Capone, would be murdered after leaving the recording studio. This was a major blow to Team 600, as L.A. was one of their most popular rappers. 3 men were arrested for the murder the following year. The suspects had ties to 051 Money Gang, another set that has beef with 600. On top of that, in 2014, another 2 popular members of Team 600, Rondo No. 9 and EDAI's younger brother C-Day, would be arrested for murder. The 2 rappers were accused of killing a cab driver named Javon Boyd. Boyd was waiting for a passenger around 4 a.m.
Yeah, I heard about the cab driver. Wasn't he the one who gave a little bit of information about Capone, I believe, or something like that? And gave information to the raw gang members or something like that. But yeah, you're gonna get killed for that.
in the Wentworth Gardens area of Chicago when he was shot 7 times. Police claim that surveillance footage and fingerprints linked the 2 rappers to the scene, and in 2016, they were both found guilty. Rondo was sentenced to 39 years in jail for the crime, and C-Day was sentenced to 38 years. So, with LA dead, and Rondo and C-Day...
Damn, that's a lot of years. But surprisingly, they're not in prison for the rest of their life, though. Because most of the times you murder someone, you're mostly likely in prison for the rest of your life, most of the part, but they are getting 38 and 39 years.
Day behind bars, EDAI was one of the last drill rappers left on the street to hold it down for Team 600. Although he was popular in the city and had a buzz, he never made it to the level of stardom that Chief Keef and Lil Durk did. Later on, EDAI would find employment as a truck driver, which many used to clown him for. Truck driving is a profitable business, and he was probably making good money. But it does seem out of character for a Chirac savage like EDAI to give up rap to go get a normal job. But unfortunately, truck driving couldn't save EDAI from the consequences of the streets. On July 31st, 2021, EDAI will be shot multiple times in the back on the 7200 block of South Bennett Ave. He was rushed to the University of Chicago Hospital where he was...
I don't think it kind of does suck because some people want to try to get away and then like try to find normal jobs and stuff like that. But then for some reason, of course, they'll find you and end up murdering you at the same time. So like, even if you try to get out of the gang life, one way is still gonna end up catching you. Especially also you're rapping songs too, especially about some of the dead rappers, not dead rappers, but the dead ops from the other rival gangs and stuff like that. I don't think they don't take that slightly at all. They take it really, really seriously, and they probably want to get you killed too as well. But let's get back to the video.
Pronounced dead early Sunday morning. Although authorities have not officially confirmed the identity of the victim, several people close to the rapper would take to social media to confirm that it was 32-year-old Corday Ely, better known in the streets as EDAI. It was a crazy weekend for Chicago with over 44 shootings, including the one that allegedly took EDAI's...
Damn, 44 shootings? Jesus Christ. God damn. Let's get back to the video.
life. The Chicago Sun-Times reported Sunday morning that a 32-year-old man had been shot in the back and abdomen and later died in the hospital. After that, many of EDAI's friends came forward to confirm that the rapper had passed away. Lil Reese went on Twitter to mourn the loss, tweeting, "R.I.P. EDAI, you grew up with me, all that shit you thought I had against you, I didn't. I don't want to see none of my like that, cause when I just got grazed, you was checking up on me, low-key worried. Free EDAI, man." Young Famous 600, one of the artists that EDAI had helped promote before he was killed, tweeted, "I'm sick, crying emoji. On your son's birthday though, at King EDAI 600. You know how I'm coming for you, broken heart." 600 Breezy came out a little more aggressive and tweeted, "You snap with this one." Then retweeted several people tweeting R.I.P. EDAI. EDAI was so well respected in the city that even the ops were mourning his death. FBG Duck affiliate FYB J-Main put out a video where he said he was disgusted by EDAI's death. He said that Chicago was bogus as hell and that we're trying to stop the violence in Chicago and y'all done killed EDAI.
I hope so. Maybe one of these days they'll have like truce and stuff like that, like no more shooting or killing anymore, but I don't think someone's always gonna end up breaking it like one way or another. They'll have their own truce, and then month or a year later someone gets shot and killed, and then it goes right back to the same thing over and over again. But let's get back to the video here.
Bogus as hell, bro. Y'all done killed this man. We trying to stop the violence in Chicago. Y'all done killed EDAI, man.
FYB J-Main is an insane BD, which means he's a black disciple, but also beasts with his own set. He even went as far as getting a BDK face tattoo and used to hang with Duck and other members of FBG. He may be trolling with his video, but he seems pretty serious, which shows you how influential and respected EDAI was. The exact motive behind EDAI's death has not been revealed, but given his affiliations, it likely had to do with street politics. Word on the street is that he was set up by a female who sold him out to his ops. Another rumor going around is that EDAI was actually taken out by his own people and that rapper Tay 600 had something to do with his death. Even though EDAI and Tay 600...
It's a sad part because, yeah, it could be your own gang members that actually end up killing you for, I don't know, it's just weird. Like, really, your own brothers and stuff like that, you're just killing them instead of your, well, you shouldn't be killing your rival gang members either, but... yeah, sometimes it's always your own brothers. Like, you can't be safe around anybody. That's the thing. You can't really trust anyone but yourself, technically. So that just sucks. And also, you can't even trust some of the females either, because they could be the one too as well. They'll try to kill you instead. Because there is some crazy women out there too as well. It's just not men, but in general, females are crazy too. Let's get back to the video.
We're both part of Team 600. They've had problems ever since his brother C-Day got locked up. When C-Day and Rondo got arrested for the murder charge, Tay 600 was in jail fighting another case. According to 600 Breezy, he went to his trial and a lawyer let him see paperwork that says that Tay 600 told police that he witnessed Rondo kill a cab driver.
I mean, like, honestly, from what I seen with my own two eyes, that man said Rondo shot him.
Tay 600 denied the rumors and said that the paperwork floating around was clearly fake.
They telling me like, yeah, you see this fake statement that people is posting. I don't know if you ever seen a fake statement, but you know,
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like it was a fake statement floating around and it said in the statement,
Vlad, I'm not a big fan of his work really, but at the end of the day, some of his interviews kind of piss me off, but like he talks too much about himself sometimes. But let's get back to the video.
Monte D. Carpenter to have seen Rondo and C-Day shoot the person 5 times, you know, and the statement was so fake because if you read the statement, for one, court document is not going to say Rondo and C-Day, it's going to say Courtney and Clint.
EDAI did an interview with DJ Vlad where he admits that the paperwork Tay 600 is referencing was fake, but that didn't mean he didn't snitch. He said that he did sign an actual statement against Rondo and that he'd seen the real paperwork with his own eyes. He also says that he helped pay for C-Day's lawyers, and so he was able to speak with them about the case, and they let him know that Tay 600 was involved. He says that Tay made a statement, but then refused to take the stand, so he was hit with a contempt of court charge, which proves he was cooperating. Tay 600 maintained that he never snitched on C-Day or Rondo, but at that point, it didn't matter. Ever since then, he was labeled as a rat and was kicked out of Team 600. EDAI was one of the main people pushing the narrative that he was a snitch, which is why they've had problems. In 2019, court paperwork from the
in general, like they don't like snitches. You're gonna be the one who get if you're a snitch, you're technically dead. You're not gonna get away with that really, because if you talk with the police and stuff like that, they're not gonna like it. So, man, let's get back to the video.
Trial revealed that Tay 600 was not listed as having cooperated with authorities, but was with Rondo and C-Day on the night of the murder. But by then, the damage had been done, and Tay 600 was blackballed by the BDs and labeled a snitch. Everyone from Lil Durk to King Von to Lil Reese distanced themselves from him and continued the rumors that he was a snitch. Tay 600 always believed that EDAI was behind all the snitching rumors, and he was the one who planted the idea in C-Day and Rondo's heads. So when EDAI was killed, more rumors started going around that Tay was the one who did the hit. There's even a leaked audio clip from a police scanner that claims a witness saw the shooting take place and identified Tay as the killer.
Witness says the shooter goes by the name Tay 600. Fled to a building. I'll have the address shortly. Repeat that name, 734. Tay 600.
The rapper has denied these rumors and claimed that he wasn't even in Chicago on the night of the shooting. He also let it be known that any blogs or media outlets trying to claim he was involved would be sued. As of yet, police have yet to officially confirm that the 32-year-old man killed on Sunday morning was EDAI, so there's no official evidence to reveal what happened. More facts will likely
false, but the way it seems like it probably did happen, because wouldn't EDAI be coming out on tweets already at this point? He would have at least said something if he was alive, but I don't know. Why would he be silenced at the moment if he's going in hiding or something like that? But I don't think he's going to be hiding somewhere, because everyone knows his face. Like, everyone knows his face, so why would he be hiding though? So let's get back to the video. So yeah, I hope it's false, but at this point it seems like it is actually true the way it is.
Goes on unless the streets handle it first. EDAI was a well-known name in Chicago and had beef with some of the deadliest gangs in the city, so anyone looking to build their rep as a killer could have taken them out. The saddest part is that EDAI already made it out of the streets and was getting legal money as a truck driver. It may not have been as fun as being a famous rapper, but he had an opportunity to make legal money doing something that wasn't going to put his life in danger, and it's tragic that he got sucked back into the streets after surviving so much already. R.I.P. to EDAI. Stay tuned for more updates on.
Yeah, that definitely sucks. Seems like someone maybe pushed him to be back in the gang or something like that, but it looked like he was doing a normal life, like having a normal life, having a normal job, just being a truck driver. Man, that definitely sucks, because he at least he was making money, not doing it legally, because, you know, you'd be in prison cell for doing it legally and stuff like that. He was doing like what a normal person would be doing, but Someone had to be calling him back or something. Must have happened there. Let's see.
On the situation. If you thought this video was crazy, be sure to check out our channel for more. From rappers caught lacking to Chicago drill lyrics that really happened. We cover the most insane stories that you need to hear. Well, that's all for today.
I love these kind of content like Hip Hop Daily. I know Trap Geek, and there's some other channels who do technically do all these and have really good information, all that stuff, doing all these stories. So I do like them. So I rather I do want to listen to more of these guys for sure, which we are gonna be doing. But the sad part, like watching these videos, is like you just hear all these rappers, they die so young, like some of them in the 20s or even teenage years, like 18, 19, even maybe 17 if you're lucky. But yeah, they're dying so young. Then most of them either at the oldest is like 30, like when they die at 30. So like they don't even get to live that long either. Like, man, all these rappers just dying so young. Maybe one day they'll have like some type of truce, right? Maybe just like have a truce and just going to make good rap music. I don't know about diss track. Maybe stay away from the diss tracks. Maybe do diss tracks, but at least don't go talking about dead ops or something like that. Just don't go too crazy with the diss tracks. You can maybe get away with it a little bit, but I know some people do diss tracks. Could be good ones, like just going back and forth with each other, but just don't go killing each other though. Stay away from that. Like, stay away from killing each other. Maybe just do music videos. Maybe one day you guys could rap with each other. I don't know. Maybe in the same music videos, but maybe one day they'll stop. But at this point, I don't think so. It never stops. Seems like it's never ending stories with all these rappers getting murdered. So that's gonna be it for me, and I'll see you guys next time. And I do appreciate for the people who are subscribed to the channel, and I'll see. Hopefully you guys enjoy some of the other videos I'm gonna be doing. I still like to do some murder mystery stuff too as well at the same time. I don't know, I've been getting into the rap stuff too much, right? But at the end of the day, I kind of actually enjoy it. But also, I might listen to some music here. I kind of want to listen to Tupac for some reason, and actually react to that. But now that's gonna be it from me. I'll see you guys next time.